English?
Yes.
Okay.
How many times have you stayed up all night preparing for an exam just to do poorly anyway? You may have thought that it happened because you still didn't manage to study enough. However, sleep deprivation likely played a role in the outcome. I know I have been awake when I shouldn't have been countless times in my life. However, I have learned through my research that sleep deprivation can have detrimental effects on brain function and even raise the risk of certain diseases. Therefore, it is extremely important to get enough good quality sleep each night to operate at your best during the day. There are many reasons you may have trouble sleeping. Stress and anxiety keep us up worrying about the day that has just passed or the one ahead. Furthermore, stress about assignments, exams, work, and relationships can lead to a lack of sleep as well. However, you may not know that using your bed to do things other than sleep may be keeping you up by teaching your brain that your bed is a place to process emotions, do schoolwork, or watch TV. As Kenneth R. Ginsburg explains, your bed becomes your counselor. If you use your bed as a place to do work, think, or relax, you may find it harder to fall asleep when the time comes. Before we discuss how to have good sleeping habits, it is important to understand the different stages of sleep and why you need enough of each stage every night. According to Rachel Sharman, there are 4 stages of the sleeping cycle. When you're awake, your brain waves are short and fast, and you're able to intake and process information. In the first stage of sleep, your brain waves begin to slow down, and your head nods as you start to drift off. The second stage is similar to the first stage, except for short bursts of brain activity. During this stage, your brain is preparing for memory storage that occurs in later stages. The third stage is deep sleep, where your brain waves are taller and more spaced out. This stage is very important for memory storage and brain repair, and is also important for strengthening your immune system. The fourth stage is REM sleep, where your brain waves act similarly to when you're awake, short and fast. Your eyes move rapidly while you dream, and this stage is very important for emotional regulation. The 4 stages repeat over and over again over the night, similar to how it's shown in this graph, and it is very important to get enough of each stage to be properly well rested. Kenneth R. Ginsburg has helpful suggestions for healthier sleeping habits. First, he recommends that you don't do schoolwork, process emotion, or relax in your bed, and instead choose another place for these activities, so that the connection in your brain between your bed and sleep is properly maintained. Next, you should choose a stable bedtime to have a stable circadian rhythm. This will make it easier to fall asleep and make you more alert during the day. Ginsburg also recommends that you exercise 5 to 6 hours before bed because exercise internally heats the body and takes about 5 hours to cool. Similarly, he recommends that you shower about an hour before sleep because showering externally heats the body and takes about an hour to cool. We sleep best when our bodies are cool, so it's important to do activities that heat our bodies an appropriate amount of time before sleep. Before laying down, you should sit in a chair or at a desk to reflect on your day and process emotions. It may help to make a list or journal during this time. To help naturally relax your body, you can have a cup of warm tea or milk. Now, you can turn off the lights and lay down to go to sleep. If you wake up, try not to get anxious over losing sleep, and instead, get up and sit in a chair and think until you feel tired again. Then get back in bed and go back to sleep. There are many consequences to not getting enough or even just getting poor sleep. As Rachel Sharman explains, deep sleep is our brain's laundry system. During sleep, our toxins are flushed out of our brains that otherwise raise the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Furthermore, Angela Spivey says, unstable circadian rhythm can cause weight gain by disrupting metabolism and dysregulating hormones that affect appetite. A study by the Brain Research Bulletin found sleep deprivation made people react more negatively to neutral stimuli, meaning our perspectives are altered when we don't sleep. More symptoms of sleep deprivation include fatigue, low motivation, irritability, mood changes including suicidal thoughts, difficulties with memory and concentration, and psychosis. It is clear our bodies need sleep to properly function. In conclusion, good sleeping habits are crucial for your ability to focus and process information, but also for your health. Next time you feel the need to stay up longer to study, consider whether those additional hours of studying are worth potential impairment the next day from lost sleep. Or if you find yourself tossing and turning at night with anxiety, I hope you can use some of the tools I've explained to get the sleep you so desperately need.